Hey, yo, people, welcome back to another episode of the Chelsea Conversation with me, Josh, David, and Jack. We got a new member on board. What are you telling me, Carl?
I'm
What's
here,
good?
man. I'm here.
Hey, come
Ready to
on,
get
come
some.
on. Obviously, international break, no football. So we thought, let's do something a little different. Let's do a tier list. Let's look at the players under Tuchel so far and let's rank them in terms of best to worst. Players that have shown potential and some players that, really need to pan up. But yeah, man, let's start straight away. Let me pull it up right now. All right, cool. So you're seeing it. So it's golden stamp, that golden stamp of approval. The old guy, the chief,
At
yeah,
the top.
yeah, for real. Then the silver way, they've done their thing in it. They've been very good in it, but not quite there. But then there's players that have shown potential here and there, subpar, and then guys who we have question marks. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad some just because they haven't played enough, or they're some of them they're just terrible, basically,
Yeah,
to put it nicely. But yeah, let's start, man. Let's start with Rudiger. So I'm gonna go Carl, David, and Jack, and see what your thoughts are on Rudiger and the Tuchel and where you would place him on the rank. So, Carl.
been very good since under Tuchel. The clean sheet record is there. Before Tuchel, you could question him a bit sus, but now, yeah, he's done good straight in. I have to rank him second tier, silver. He can improve, room to improve, but very good player.
Okay. Uh, David, what's your thoughts?
I've said it before. You might know like what I used to think about Rudiger, like the whole situation before, but like since Tuchel's come in, I feel like the change of system has also like allowed us to see like the best out of him. So me personally, I'd agree with Carl. I just put him in silver as well.
Okay. Jack.
Probably have to agree with both because before Tuchel, I hated the man, but he has put in great performances, and Carr was saying the clean sheet record speaks for itself.
I'm actually surprised. I would have put him golden stamp, because
I couldn't go that far.
I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so.
wait, like let's be honest, he's probably been top 3 best performers under Tuchel.
I hear it. Can't lie.
Like,
That is true, though.
I think he should go in golden stamp. He's probably like the most revitalized player of every single player in the squad.
I'll get to who I think he is. But yeah, I don't think he's him.
So we're gonna put him in silver then.
Yeah, silver, but the thing is, I hear your point. Like, he's improved definitely a lot. You have to give him credit.
It would be high silver, I'd say, but just not golden stamp yet.
Yeah.
I hear that. Emerson, I don't know. Yeah, he ain't really played. I know he came off the bench and scored against Atletico. Did he play against Sheffield?
Yeah, he did in the back three.
So yeah, David, what's your thoughts on Emerson?
See, I'm gonna have to put him in the question mark category only because we haven't really seen enough of him to really like have an opinion on how he's played. In my opinion, anyway.
Anybody else? Because I mean, Emerson ain't really played, so there's not really a lot to talk about him. So,
was it the same
question mark?
Yeah, question mark.
Yeah,
I say that. Kepa as well.
Shall I start on Kepa?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. At first, I was wanting him to be good. The guy came into the club. I felt sorry for him. I wanted him to keep improving. I gave him chance after chance. But then I realized he was sabotaging. It was peak.
He was playing against us.
He's playing against us. And Tuchel, I'm glad he came out and said straight, he won't ever be the Chelsea number 1 keeper. Don't get me wrong. I like Kepa as a guy, but he's finished. Subpar.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently, he played well against Sheffield. I didn't watch Sheffield game.
He did.
I think you're being harsh.
You think I've been harsh?
Yeah.
I hear that. But if he did what he's done for the club, he.
Now, I remember when Tuchel came giving everybody a fresh slate, from the beginning. So it's one of them ones where we have to be objective here.
You could question mark it. You could question mark it. See where it goes. Maybe.
David, what's your thoughts on that?
See, I think I'm being so harsh, bro, Carl. Like, yeah, I know he been like. Let's not get twisted now. Like, the brother was playing against us. I agree with you there, but I feel like since Tuchel's come in, like, you can see that. I don't even think there's improvements in the way he's playing. You can see that the guy has built up some type of confidence, and when he's been asked to do the job, he's done it. So, like, for me personally, I put him in potential. Only because when he's been called upon, he's done the job. I'm not saying he has potential to be good. I know that may come across as a stinker, but I put him there.
Hey, Jack, what's your thoughts on that?
I'd probably go subpar because I don't think everyone got a start, like a fresh start. But even in the games he's really played, bar the Sheffield match, he's just been what you expect from a keeper. Like,
Yeah.
he hasn't been anything special. Hasn't made that many mistakes since Tuchel's came over in limited time. So I just go subpar currently.
I would have gone question mark, innit? I think subpar's because subpar means that you've been poor. I don't think Kepa's been poor, in my opinion.
Now he hasn't been poor, but if we're going based off like him in overall, or we're going based off him under Tuchel, then you could lead to a question mark, I guess. Yeah, you could lead to a question mark.
But why not potential? I don't understand.
He was given chances. I think he was given chances, but he didn't prove himself. Like you could even claim he's part of the reason why Lampard is not even in the club anymore.
Yeah, but Carl, we're not talking about Lampard. We're talking about Tuchel under
Tuchel. We have to separate it. In my opinion, I wouldn't put him as potential because there isn't a potential to go from. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So that's why I would put him more on question mark.
So Jack and Josh, you can decide between you two.
I could probably go question mark, honestly. I understand the potential argument, but out of the two, I'd say question mark just probably the better answer.
Yeah, definitely. Next, N'Golo Kante.
Skip. We'll come back to him.
Swear.
Yeah, come back to him.
Okay.
Come back to him.
Let's go to Hakeem. My brother Hakeem. I don't know, man.
This one's techie.
I would put him in potential.
Yeah.
The thing is, Hakeem Ziyech, he's a very fine baller, but the system hasn't been working for him. If we're talking about under Tuchel, so you'd have to put potential, in my opinion, because
potential. Let's go to Andreas. I think golden stamp. From being wrong.
100.
David, what do you say?
No hesitation, bro. Golden.
No hesitation. Okay.
Yeah,
Jack?
just 100%.
Gold. Oh shit, where'd that put?
Never thought I'd be saying that 2-3 months ago, but here we are.
Nah, because I remember under Kante in the three at the back system, I was thinking, this guy could be a centre back, but then what happened? Sorry came in it. Sorry came, switched to back four. He preferred Rudiger and Luiz in it. But under Lampard was a bit of a madman when it came to centre backs. 1 minute was Tomori Zuma, Christensen, Rudiger. There was no chemistry there. So yeah.
For me, also player of the month, by the way, nomination. He got player of the month nomination today actually. Christensen. For me, he deserves it for like definitely.
For real, man. This one, Timo. In my opinion, okay, I have to be objective here because straight away I want to put him in subpar. But there has been sparks, you can say. Is it enough though?
I'd say no because he's still not scoring. He's created chances, but at the same time, you want your striker in a position to be scoring, not the one setting up the chances.
It's true. David?
I am going with potential because although, yes, you're right, I agree with you, like he's not scoring and yes, he's been creating a lot of goals, but there are, like, you can see, like, as Josh said, like the confidence is coming back gradually.
For this one, I could potential and subpar could be interchangeable because they can be a few goals and it switches sides. It's dependent on confidence, in my opinion, for those two. At least what I've seen so far.
So we have to be quite cutthroat. Maybe I should have added another category, but I mean, it makes it more interesting, isn't it? But
Me, I say potential. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
For me, there's been sparks. There's been enough sparks. But see the creativity side, it's actually there.
no, it's
Like
not.
you can get down on that left wing. Like Tuchel even said he'll never see him as a striker.
Yeah.
His last option will be a striker. So but not gonna lie, he doesn't. There is need for improvement, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Let's choose. I'm willing to put him in potential, but I do side with the subpar a bit more. But what were you saying then? Potential or subpar?
That's just from a potential because I said you could have really switched him. So either decision I wouldn't have been too upset about.
Yeah.
Another interesting one now is Ben Chilwell. I don't think I've seen him. I've seen what was the games that I've seen him? He played one good game. I can't remember. I think it was against Everton. Or who played? It wasn't Everton because Alonso played. He played one game. He actually played all right. Let me check. But yeah, Carl, you start off.
To be honest, if I'm being dead honest, the five at the back, it clear himself. Alonso has been, as much as Alonso is not a great footballer, the five at the back's always suited Alonso a lot more on that left wing back. It's similar to Ziyech. The system's not working for him completely, but yeah, he's got a lot of potential. But I would question mark him.
David?
Yeah, similar to Carl, I'd probably question mark him as well. Only because number one, the system doesn't really suit him, and I feel like we haven't really seen enough. If that makes sense, we haven't really seen enough, in my opinion, of him under Tuchel to really give a judgment. Because is it me? I feel like Alonso's played a majority of the games under Tuchel since he's arrived. I go for question mark as well.
So you say question mark?
Yeah.
All right. Jack?
I'd probably agree, honestly. Just it's a system at this point. We won't really see the best of him in this system, so we can never be too sure.
I think I agree with that then. Tammy, he hasn't played, so we'll put him on. He's been subpar actually when he's played, you know.
Yeah.
He's coming real subpar him.
Yeah, he has been subpar. Pulisic.
To be honest,
yeah,
he was one of the best players at the club last season, but this season it hasn't been working for him. To be honest, but there is a lot of potential there. He's still young. I'll put him potential.
Jack.
I agree with that, but if we're just basing it, actually, he's been slightly better under Tuchel than he was under Lampard. If it was the whole season, I'd have put him subpar, but I can agree with potential.
David, I know you like him a lot, so what are you saying?
I love Pulisic. Carl, you might know the secondary school Hazard. This guy, I feel would be my new Hazard, bro. But let's keep it 100. The guy has been dead. I used to on the Tuchel. I don't think he's been that much better on the Lampard. I still think he's not been very good. Me personally, I'm putting him in subpar.
Subpar.
I know he had the man of the match against Sheffield, didn't it?
Oh, Sheffield.
But if we're looking at it in total, innit, he has come on and had minutes, 2 minutes, innit? So
yeah, it's
maybe
kind of
subpar is maybe that's fair. Mount, I'll say Silva.
This is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting, you see. To be honest, yes, Silva's fair. I'll be honest. Some people don't like it. A lot of people don't like him. I'll be honest.
I
But-
think that's mad. How people
Yeah,
like how can when the team's not playing well and man's playing well, people are. Obviously, I know it's because of Lampard. People say he's Lampard's son, and so he was like it was Sarri and Jorginho. People didn't like Sarri, so Jorginho was the face of Sarri on the pitch, so they took
Yeah.
their blame out on him. So that's the same thing with Mount. Mount was the son of Lampard, so they took their blame out on him, which I don't agree with. But yeah, what about you, Jack? What are you saying?
I'd go Silver as well. The way he's been playing, though, I could probably argue Golden Stamp nearly. But only way I could argue it is if he gets a few more goals and assists. Because other than that, his entire play is great. And I didn't think I'd be saying that.
yeah, nah.
I feel like there's still more to improve with Mount. Like I feel like sometimes his decision making can be a bit erratic at times. But I do see the quality, and he's even proved me wrong because I didn't think he was as gifted as a player as he was. Like we've seen him go past players, his passing range. Like he's definitely proved me wrong. He's a more versatile and technically gifted player than I gave him credit for. But yeah. What about you, David? What are you saying?
I think I probably have to put him in Silver. So I feel like he started off really, really, really well with Tuchel. I feel like in recent games he hasn't really had the same impact as he did like in the very beginning of his spell.
I hear that, man. Willie Caballero, no, we're not good. You're not included, my friend. I'm sorry. Callum, I'll put him on potential.
Yeah.
You could argue Silva, but I'll say potential. I'm a big fan of Callum, and in my opinion, his best position is as a left winger, where he can cut inside because he's a 2-in-1 sort of winger. He can score and create. I'm not feeling the fullback thing. I've never felt him playing out on the right wing as well. I still feel there's so much more to expect from him, but the reality is he has to start performing eventually. He's 20 in it, so he's still got time, but you can't keep saying, let him do this, let him do that. It's a thing of eventually you're going to have to show us what you can do. You know the ones. What are you saying, Jack?
I'd probably go potential because it's there, but when it gets played out of position, you can't really do much. Him as a wing back just doesn't work, really, because Reece is all round better than, not better attacking ways, but when to put the ball in the box and defensively, he's better. So it's usually him or Reece at that point, and you'd go for Reece every time, I'd say.
David?
I'd probably put him on potential as well. Because, again, similar to Mason Mount, you can make the argument that under Tuchel, when he's like first arrived, he was one of Chelsea's best players, but he's fallen off a bit. And I feel like it's because he's playing out of position. I generally feel like if we was to put him, like, or as you said, on the left-hand side, we could see the best out of him under Tuchel.
Yeah. Carl?
Yeah, I'll say potential. Like, see with Tuchel, I hear what he's doing on the right wing back. Like, we're seeing obviously for like Bayern, like fast, skillful players like Alphonso Davies on the left wing back. We can work on all that kind of stuff. But I'll say potential. He does need to. He's a very good player, but he's one for the future, definitely.
Another one for the future, Kai Havertz. He hasn't played Bears under Tuchel. Obviously, the last couple games, like against Atletico, he played well. Everton, he played well. Because the sample size is small, I don't know if we can put him in a silver yet, innit? But he has shown that he's very capable, and there's a quality player there. Yeah, Carl?
You see, the thing is, see, Kai Havertz, people always refer to him as like one for the future. But if you deep it, he was already a verified baller before he even stepped into Chelsea. People forget that. That's why personally, I think it is low-key disrespectful if you to put him in potential because he's already a verified baller. I would rather question mark him or even silver him because for me, he hasn't been. I know we know he hasn't been playing well at Chelsea, but there's no question what he can bring to the table. It's just about finding the right system for him, and to be honest, I reckon it'll work very well for him in the future. I can't lie.
Under Tuchel, how would you rank his performances under Tuchel?
I'll say, nah, I either silver or question mark it, you know?
You put him question mark.
Yeah, I'll question mark it. I'll question mark him. Yeah.
David, what are you saying about that?
See, I disagree with Carl about how you can't put him in potential. Yeah, I know, like, yeah, he was a verified baller before he came to Chelsea, but from what we've seen so far, like, I feel like he's not been at his best, but he's shown what he's capable of doing if you put him in the right system. So that's why for me, I'd personally put him in potential. He showed what he's capable of.
Reece James. I have high hopes for him, but he hasn't really impressed me. But he's not a wing back necessarily. So, with a wing back, you're expecting them to be direct, marauding. Like Hakimi's a perfect example of a wing back where he's pretty much a winger. He's very direct, good 1v1. I see Reece James as a bit more reserved than that, a bit more, you could say, cultured. So, I don't know. Jack, what's your thoughts?
I don't think he's been good enough under Tuchel to go silver, but definitely potential. I'd say his best position would probably be right back, but at wing back, he hasn't really been that bad. I'd put him potential.
Carl?
Yeah, I'd agree. Potential. I think very highly of Reece James, one of my favorite players in Chelsea. But same way, he's got a lot. He can be the right back for the next 10 years though. That's the thing. Like potential, definitely a lot of potential there.
David?
Yeah, similar to those guys, I'd put him in potential. And as I said to you, Josh, I still feel like to get the best out of Reece James in the system, they should play him at right centre back. I think it'd work better because he's not a right wing back. It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
I do hear that.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting point actually, David. That's something I've always thought is quite weird. They never considered putting Reece James and right centre back over Aspi, which is arguably we'll get into Aspi actually, but he's arguably quite slow. And yeah, we'll get on to him now.
I think Mendy, we can all really pretty much say he's been silver in it. He's been very, very good. I don't think there's much to really say about it. He's made some very good, important saves, but he's been silver in my opinion. And yeah, because he was never really bad under Lampard, so there wasn't really a thing of he's had some massive takeoff in it. So yeah, I'd say silver.
Yeah, I'd go silver.
Gilmore, he hasn't played a lot. Should we put him on question mark?
I'd put him golden stamp personally.
Wait, what?
I'm not being serious.
Wait, are you serious?
No,
I'm not.
I'm gonna say nah, but potential question mark him, I'd say.
I think question mark just because he hasn't played enough. He's just
played
the League Cup games.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Don't worry, Gilmore, he's one for the future. He's coming.
Yeah, 100.
Aspie, we all know Aspie, man. Solid, dependable, silver in it.
Yeah, I put him silver.
I hear that.
Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Giroud. I wouldn't mind putting him in subpar. I know he scored against Atletico, but he scored against Newcastle as well. But I mean, his performances haven't been anything really.
To be real,
yeah,
you can actually subpar him because I hear he scored the 3-0 hat-trick thing and he scored the overhead kick for the game, but in the Premier League, first of all, he hasn't been playing much, and when he has played, you can argue he's been quite sluggish and he's been slowing down the play. For me, he's not the right guy for the system. But don't get it twisted. He's a very good player, but I think you can fairly subpar him, like me personally.
What about you guys, David and Jack? Where would you put him?
Jack, you wanna go first or?
No, you can go first.
But I wish you had like an okay category, because that's why I put him. I put him like okay, because I don't really think he's been subpar. I just feel like he just doesn't suit the system. That's what I think it is, and that's why I feel like he did so well under Lampard, because Lampard like would literally cross it, inshallah, and that suits a striker like Giroud. So
yeah,
I'd probably put him in subpar. Yeah.
Jack, you agree?
Yeah. If there was like an okay section, you would put him in because he scored some big goals, but overall play hasn't been the best.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva, when he has played well, but he hasn't played in a while. I think question mark is just
Yeah,
a
I
sense
agree.
of he
Question
just
mark.
hasn't played. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I agree.
But what about when he was actually now to be fair, that was more under that was
Lampard,
more when he was controlling the defense FIFA, yeah. And he's been
Because
injured.
his last game was against Tottenham, which Tuchel was still there, and he played well as usual, but he came off in it. I think he played like the first 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Yes,
question
sir.
mark him. But don't get
Yeah.
twisted. He's still the most certified defender at the club right now. Currently, probably.
Nah, he's world class, man. No questions.
Josh, this is what I was gonna say. The reason why I've halted Kante here. See, now we have Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic, the 3 key midfield players. Now we can rank these now together. This is where we can bring in Kante together, the other midfielders. So
I know you have your Kante agenda. Tell me,
Bro.
where you putting Kante? Where you putting Kante?
you know what? It's not a gold stamp thing, to be real. It's not a gold stamp thing. It's silver. I'll put him silver. And
Let me DPA. Played against Atletico,
yeah.
played very well. Played against United, played very well. Played against Liverpool, played very well. Played against Leeds, played very well. I might have to put him golden stamp. I can't lie, man.
What you guys
But
saying?
obviously, he hasn't played enough in it, so I would understand why you'd say silver in it. I do understand that, but when he has played, he's put top level performances. So,
He's improved.
What about you guys? David, what are you saying?
Wait, firstly, let me ask you a question. Carl, what's your agenda of Kante?
Now, for me, personally, under Lampard, he was questionable at times. And for me, under Lampard, he couldn't handle the press like a certain other somebody that's coming next. But let me not say too much.
I feel like even with Lampard, are you talking about like basing off his first season?
No, I'm talking about like everything under Lampard. It was a bit stiff, kind of.
You think because like if you look up like stats before Kante got injured this season, do you know he was literally ahead of everybody, and it wasn't close in all those stats. And even with Lampard's first season, the guy was injured throughout. Like he couldn't get a consistent run of games, and shit like that does like fuck up your performance. And I don't know. Me personally, I get what you're saying. Like he hasn't played enough games, so it's not really good to put him in gold stamp.
But when he's played, he's put
match performances. Bro,
that's what I would actually put him golden stamp in.
I put him golden stamp as well. Like the team was like let's not get twisted. Yeah, Atletico Madrid, he put them in a spliff. Like it was not nice, bro.
It was rude.
And who else was there? There's Man United. He had a really good performance. Leeds as well. These teams that are not easy to play against.
Liverpool as well.
And Liverpool as well. And you said that he doesn't like react well to be pressed. Liverpool, a very, very good pressing team. He played well against them.
Hey, that pressing thing, Kante not being able to press, I think that's a low level.
Yeah. Kante's very pressing.
Hey, no, I mean like normally I'm referring to when he was in the defensive midfield role. Now he's on the pivot. Tuchel knows what's good. Tuchel knows how to play him well. Like in the pivot, he's verified.
Jack, what are you saying about what we're saying? Golden stamp?
I couldn't say anything else but golden stamp.
Come on, man. Come on.
With the performances against those 4 teams you listed, it shouldn't even be an argument about how many games he missed. Some of the most biggest games we've had this season, he's just Boston.
Hey, come on, man. And go low. You can't have an agenda against this brother. You can't, man. Next one, Jorginho. Carl, I know you're a big fanboy. What are you saying?
Nah, for me, 100% golden stamp.
I can't lie. If you're putting Jorginho golden stamp, Rudiger deserves to be golden stamp then.
Yeah.
Drag.
No. I'm sorry. If you're saying Jorginho is a golden stamp, then so is Rudiger.
No, stat. We've been about 23, 24 games unbeaten with Jorginho starting. We do not lose when Jorginho starts. It's a fact. Check the stats. I'm telling you, it's a fact. Like the guy's verified.
Jorginho, he's a good player. He's very good. Like in terms of like dictating the play, being press resistant, he's very good in it. But he is limited at the same time as well. But I don't know if he's golden stamp like that. You know the ones. But
it's up to you guys.
Jack, what are you saying?
I can't bring myself to gold stamp him. I have a severe agenda against that man, but I can't say he hasn't been bad. And obviously the stat about we haven't lost of him when he starts, I'd put him silver, like high silver at this point.
It's hard, you know. It's hard. What about you,
Yeah.
David?
See, like, I'm not gonna lie. I'll keep 100. I hated Jorginho. I hated the guy's style of play. It was so slow and boring. But I'm not gonna lie. It's under Tuchel. I've seen the light. This guy has been cold. I think it's disrespectful, bro. Put him in golden stamp, man. Give the guy his accolades, bro.
Come on.
I demand a compromise, though. I don't even rate Rudiger this highly, but if you're putting Jorginho golden stamp, then you're putting Rudiger's golden stamp.
We'll do that. That's our.
I don't think so.
I know you have an agenda.
I actually like Rudiger, bro. I like Rudiger, but it's only because of that own goal. That's the only reason.
Hey, Dan, if you're watching this, remember what you said about Rudiger. Hey.
I know what I said, bro. I know what I said, but I actually like Rudiger. He's turned on me. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, cool. Kovacic, I think that's a no-brainer. I think he's been golden stamp in my opinion.
Best player now. He's the best player now.
Silver.
What? Silver? Are you crazy,
bro?
Are you crazy?
Wait. Do you mean under Tuchel or in general?
Oh, no. In general, bro. In general, he's been very good. But I think under Tuchel, I put him silver.
Drag.
What?
Drag.
Silver. Why was that drag, bro? How was that drag?
That's a drag.
Wait, Carl, I want to clarify something. He said he's our best player. Do you mean under Tuchel in general?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Loki both.
That's
Loki.
Wait. I've been seeing stuff like this, yeah? Do you think Kovacic is world class?
Yes.
That's a stinker. That's a dirty stinker right there. You should be ashamed of yourself.
He is. Wait.
Saying that, bro. No, you should.
Hey, you ain't seen the light. You have not seen the light. I'm telling you.
You think Kovacic is
That's a
world
stink on
class?
your behalf. That's a stink on your behalf.
Nah, bro. Like, I love Kova, innit? I love the way he plays, but nah, you can't put him.
Hey, press resistance though.
So,
2 words. Press resistant.
Wait. Do you think he's world class?
Yes.
A world class player, like a world class player. So you think he's?
And he's clear Kante.
So do you think he's on the same level as like a Modric?
100. Put him in there.
Bro, don't do that.
Hey, ask the boy Modric as well. They'll tell you as well. Ask Modric as well. The Croatian guys. Ask them as well.
Kovacic is quality, but he's not world class. He's not close.
Top 3 best players in our team, bro. That's disrespectful to even say.
Top 3 best players in our team.
I don't think he is. I think Kante. I'd probably say Thiago Silva.
Probably Thiago Silva and Kante are the 2 best players on the team, definitely.
Wait. If we're based on at their best, I probably put Ziyech above him as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Ajax was a guy. He was a guy, can't I?
Wait, Jack, what are you saying? What are you saying about Kovacic?
I can't agree with I just can't agree with the world class. I would love to, but I just can't. I just can't bring myself to it.
So what you say? Where are you gonna put him? Silver or golden stamp?
Silver.
I think that's harsh, you know.
It's hard. It's very harsh, but I would, if actually,
he's better than Jorginho.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Drag.
I mean, under Tuchel, by the way. That's what I'm saying. Under Tuchel, I don't think so.
Hey, these men are criminals, you know.
I don't think so.
We're not criminals. They're defense.
I think if one goes in, the other one goes in as well.
100, yes.
Because they fit so well together.
So what's happening? Are they going down to silver or is Coach going to golden stamp? It's one or the other.
I love Kova. He should be.
Don't disrespect him.
He should be in silver, G. I'm sorry.
I'm going golden stamp. I'm going him golden stamp. I don't care.
He has to go silver.
You think he's the level of Kante?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Kovacic has been. Yeah, he has been.
Bro,
clear.
What game have you guys been watching?
Not gonna lie, as well, Jorginho Kovacic is the best pivot in the club. I don't want to hear Kante and Kovacic or Kante.
Hey, this guy, move,
bro. Get this guy out there. Get this guy out there.
No, but I'll give him something. In terms of chemistry, those 2 have very good chemistry, but
that's what I'm saying.
Move out of here with that. Kante, it doesn't matter. He's in that type of position.
Yeah.
a double pivot. What he literally is like, no, that's his best position, being in the double pivot. You're saying that we shouldn't play him. We should play Kova and Jorginho instead. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Nah, all right, no, but real talk, we have to decide golden stamp or silver. So I'm saying golden stamp. Carl, what are you saying?
Tops.
So 2, David,
Silver.
Jack.
I have to say silver.
Hey, Carl, me and you have to compromise. What are you saying? Because one of them has to. They're both together in it. So one.
Both together.
Yeah.
Wait, Josh, convince me. If you can convince me why you should be golden stamp, I'm not saying that I put in there.
Because you know what? What I've seen from Kovacic now, especially this season, is that he's passing more forward nowadays. Before it was a bit more, he just ran with the ball in it and just passed maybe to the side or stuff. But I'm actually seeing him like evolve his game where his game isn't just revolved around his dribbling, where man is passing and progressing the ball from deep. He made one sexy through ball to against Everton. And I think he got the penalty. That's how he got the penalty.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like his overall game has improved, where he isn't just reliant on his dribbling to almost showcase his ability. He's showing it through his passing, his interceptions, the defensive. Like his overall game has improved.
See,
Did he play Madrid? Did he play Atletico?
Oh yeah, he did.
He did. Yeah, he did.
That's another factor as well. That Kante Kovacic partnership as well against Atletico Madrid. I have to respect it.
Yeah,
you have to respect it more.
See, he's been good. And when you say it like that, I can see why you want to put in a golden stamp. But with me, the only reason why I say he shouldn't be there is because I don't think he's been at the level of these 4 players. That's the only reason why I'm saying that you shouldn't put him there.
Bro, him and Jorginho are together in it. So if one goes down, they're both going down. It's that simple, man.
Hey, David, back in the top.
Oh, bro,
Jack, no compromise, or do we have to compromise?
I did say if one goes in, the other has to, so golden stamp.
Yeah, just put a golden stamp. Fuck it.
Okay, all right.
I give up.
Okay, man, like Kurt Happy Zuma. You know what? When he plays well. Apart from Southampton, where he had a bit of a shocker. Even then, he wasn't really shocking. He just had one mistake in it. But what's it called? He played well against Everton, dominated Calvert-Lewin, and dominated Suarez, in it. So, but he hasn't played enough in it. So that's one of the things. So you could put him in potential easily. What are you saying, Jack?
Yeah, aside from potential, but it's just he will never be the same player he was that one season before he got injured. So even just comparing him in my head to that is just it's painful. But I'd still go potential. There's potential to be there.
David?
Yes, I agree. I probably put him in potential. I mean, maybe even question mark, because would you say he's played really enough games for you to have an opinion on him?
He's played in the cup games and he's done all right as well. So we do have a bit of a sample size. Like he's done like Kai Havertz basically. He probably played the same amount. So I'd say a potential is fair in my opinion.
That's right. I put him in potential.
What about you, Carl?
Yeah, I think I like Zuma. I think he's a very good player, but potential is fair. Yeah, I think that.
Who's next? Wow, they just duplicated Bears. The last but not least, Marcus Alonso. I don't rate this brother at all. I don't rate him at all, but
Mom's left.
Me personally, I'm putting in question mark. I don't care. He's not anything, but he has improved. I'll give him that. Carl.
Yeah, no, Marcus Alonso is criminal. Like no pun. Like, he's literally a criminal. But deep it, under Lampard, he was absolutely terrible. But Tuchel, this 3 at the back, like 5 at the back thing, it works. So no one can deny it, and no one can tell me that Alonso in pushing up the field in attacking position is not low-key a threat. Like he's actually a threat.
He's just a goal scorer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he doesn't offer anything apart from goals.
That's what I'm saying. He's trash. He's trash apart from that. That's why I couldn't put him subpar. I have to question mark him. But for me, he doesn't have any role at the club in the future. But yeah, he doesn't have any role in the club.
David.
You know, it'll be one of the happiest days when this guy leaves. Bro, fam, no, you don't understand, Josh. This guy is so shit. He slows the game down so much. I can't stand it, bro. Man plays football in slow motion. It's so annoying.
He's one-footed.
Actually, one-footed as well. Like, I know Chilwell's one-footed, and it's quite disgusting. But I don't know why the way Alonso is one-footed, it just irritates me, bro. Everything about the guy.
Hey, the way he has to cut back into the pass.
Fam, it's so annoying, bro.
Literally.
Hey, this is why people have to respect Hazard, man. This is who he's playing behind, bro.
Bro,
The guy who's you know the worst thing, yeah? You know, like when you're a winger, yeah, and you're trying to cut inside, you want your wing back or your full back to go straight down, like straight in it. Man's gonna do what's it? No, it's overlapping it. It's underlap.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't underlap, innit? So when you're coming forward, you just see Marcus Alonso right next to you, like, brother, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're meant to do the overlap thing.
Bro, I actually hate the guy, bro.
No,
Guys play with soccer.
I'll give him his credit. He's actually done.
Yeah.
He's done decent. He's not even done anything, but you give him his props in it. You know the ones. But yeah, Jack, what's your thoughts?
I can't speak on the man. Literally, my Facebook is Marcus Alonso slander every week. I hate the man, despise him. But I actually don't even want to include him on the list. But he has improved recently. Well, since Tuchel took over. So
should we just put him in question mark then?
I'd go question mark.
Not gonna lie, you have to even question why he's even at the club.
In the team, yeah.
Even at the club anymore. Like, I don't know why he wasn't offloaded, but in all fairness, like, I don't know. He's had his time. Like, he'll be gone soon.
Yeah, need to throw Rudiger up. Oh no, Rudiger's up there. Fucking hell, my brain cell stopped.
Yeah, we moved him up. Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Aspie there. Aspie's not on there.
No, Aspie's there. Silver, isn't it? Here.
Oh yeah, shit.
I didn't Aspie get this since when, bro? Huh?
We did. We did that ages ago.
Did we? I must be bugging. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, we did Aspie ages ago. Yeah. But yeah, man, you guys, that's the tier list for the players under Tuchel so far. I mean, if you man disagree, tell us in the comments, innit, about this is what we've put together, and these are our thoughts, innit. Yeah, I kind of agree with these. The only one, there's not really anybody.
Not like the only one that you could question is that Thiago Silva. People might get twisted thinking that we don't rate him that highly, but don't get twisted. Thiago Silva is still the best centre back at the club, like in terms of leadership as well. He's the best leader at the club as well. 100%.
Definitely, man.
If he wasn't injured, he'd be golden stamp and no one could argue or I'll fight them.
Literally.
I can't lie. He's one of my favorite players, man. Like, this guy, he's so crazy, man. He's so sick. Like, just the way he reads the game and everything, he's unbelievable, man. But yeah. Any final thoughts? Anything we wanna share?
In terms of transfer talk, in terms of we'll go into this more in another episode, but in terms of not offloading as much, but in terms of replacements or where we need strengthening, where would you all say we need a slight more strengthening? What would you say, Josh? You start.
Striker, and we need a DM, like a proper DM in it. Yeah, it depends how Tuchel's gonna line up, because I might say a wing back, left wing back in it, but I think he will go to a forward at back in it, and I don't know if he'll give Chilwell a chance. So we'll see with that one. But yeah, what about you, David? What's your thoughts on Carl's question?
I think maybe we don't need it like as a starter. I think what we need as a backup, we need more wingers. I personally don't feel like we have enough. With the amount like our wingers get injured as well, it's not really good. And yeah, CDM as well, because although people say Kante like is a CDM, that's not his position.
Fact.
He's not a lone CDM. You can't play him there. And what else? Would you guys say we need strength in goal? Like, say if like a Donnarumma was like available, would you take him?
If a Donnarumma is available in a free transfer, you go for him. But reality is, you can't really when you start kept on the books.
Yeah,
we have to look at it as a business as well, innit? you can't have Mendy, Mendy, Donnarumma, and Kepa all in the same books. You're gonna have to shift maybe even two of them. Like you can't really have them, in my opinion. But Jack, what's your thoughts on where we need to strengthen?
My deal one would be a winger and a striker, personally, because I have to agree with David about the winger. And honestly, I just want Haaland.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Josh, what's your thoughts on Haaland?
Wait, before I get on my thoughts, David wanted to say something. Can
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, Haaland. Everybody, you want Haaland in it. He's a world-class player, but me personally, I don't really feel like he's potential to be a world-class player.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't really feel like we need a striker as much as everybody makes out. I don't think
no.
Not even only Werner, bro. Let me land. Not even only Werner, bro. I just feel like the team in general. I feel like the reason why we haven't scored goals is not because like we haven't made the opportunities. I just feel like it needs to take some time for the players to get acclimatized to each other. I'll use Werner as an example. Yeah, there's so many times Werner will make a run in behind, and the player will ignore it and choose to pass out wide. So I don't really feel like we need a striker as much as people make it out.
Nah, I 100% agree with what you're saying, David. 100%. My thoughts on Haaland, he's a crazy striker. Why I just say he's inevitable, innit? Like, you can't really stop him. Like, his movement's incredible. He can finish from anywhere, really. Like, I've seen him finish from the tightest of angles. He's an incredible player, or incredible goal scorer, I say. But yeah, man, he's one of those players. If he's available, you kind of do have to go in for him. And we're in a position where we don't have any world-class strikers. So it's one of them ones where it kind of does make sense to go in to get for him. But one thing is that's interesting is the thing about Tammy, who I think gets heavily disrespected. But if Haaland comes, he does have to leave, innit? And a club that I've been discussing with some other people is like clubs like Brighton and stuff like that. Not saying that he's at that level, he's probably better than them, but Brighton is a club where he's going to get so many chances and you're going to score so many goals in it. And I feel Tammy, he has the potential to be a serious bagsman, in my opinion. He has everything he needs, but it's just one of them ones where people are very reactionary and they hold on to things where, so his heading ability isn't the greatest, but people hold on to that and make it seem as if all his other assets are subpar as well, or on the same level as his heading ability. Like he's actually quite a good finisher in my opinion, and I think there's a lot there.
David knows he's low key. On a low key, he's stiff. On a low key, I'm not disrespecting him. On a low key, he's stiff, and on a low key, he's not that world class level striker we need for the club.
I mean, right now he's not. I agree, he's not. But with strikers, you just never know, innit? And for a guy that's got 15 goals and that stress without penalties are not a false image at all, but they like XGs say they're like 0.7, so you're expected to score your penalties basically, and this guy has not taken a single penalty. So what does that show you? That he's capable of being a goal scorer. My thing with Tammy is just he needs to spread out his goals in it, because last season they were all clunked to one half of the season, and second half he kind of drifted off. Obviously he had injuries and Lampard overplaying him, but I definitely think there's a striker there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there is a striker there with Tammy, but there's just a problem I have with the guy. It feels like sometimes you watch him play, the guy has no football IQ. Like I'm not even saying it to be rude. It's just like it feels like sometimes he doesn't know when to make the right runs. And yeah, I know we've said about the heading thing, but I'm sorry, bro. Isn't he like 6'2" or something like that?
6'5".
6'6", exactly 6'5", and you can't header. Like, what does that mean?
He's heading. People like to overstretch it. He's not very good in the air. I agree, but he's not as bad as people like to make him seem.
He's not awful, but bro, like,
definitely has to improve. Definitely,
he's improved. I think he's bad, if not okay. And yeah, and the thing that annoys me about Tammy, he literally has all the attributes to be a world-class striker, but I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know what it is, man. It's just really annoying. Really annoying.
I mean, at 23, I'm not going to be too fast if you're not world-class like that. But Jack, do you have any thoughts on Tammy? Any final thoughts?
I don't think he could have. I don't think he'll reach world class, but he could be a consistent Premier League striker. Maybe not for us. Maybe as you were saying, Brighton. But I could think he could be like a Danny Ings type player, just really consistent. Well, not consistent, but like a goal scorer.
Mm-hmm. Definitely,
He'd
I
keep
hear
a lot
that.
of teams up.
Yeah. We shouldn't sleep on Tammy. I think he can be a quality striker. But yeah, man. Hey, that's another episode, man. If you guys like this, like what we're doing, maybe drop a comment of topics you like us to discuss in the future as well. We're all open to ideas, innit? But yeah, make sure you check the other 2 episodes. We got one about Tuchel and about Lampard, innit? And yeah, man, it was a pleasure doing this, man. And we'll see you again another time. Peace.